So before we get started, guys, I thought I'd let you know that I'm using a new mic, so that's why I may sound kind of different. I just thought I'd tell you so you didn't think you were going crazy or something weird was going on. Anyway, let's get started. After I passed out in front of the shop, Ren called Haga-san, and he let me rest in the shop for a while. Even though I lost the bag I was supposed to deliver, Haga-san said with his usual smile that I could go home for today. I decided to depend on Haga-san's kindness and obediently went home. It seems like Granny isn't home yet, and the house is still dark. I turn on the lights to the dark entrance hall, enter the corridor, and walk into the kitchen. I take a pill for my headache from the shelf and drink more water than usual. The pills should technically be taken after a meal, but my top priority is to calm down the headache. It might be because I'm relieved to be home, but I suddenly feel so tired that it becomes difficult to walk. I want to fall asleep on the spot, but I make my way up to my room on the second floor first. I take Ren out of the bag and put him on the bed. I remove my jacket and lay down next to him. Phew. I lost the bag I was supposed to deliver, and after that I even left work early. Haga-san's smile and consideration were great, and a sense of guilt flocks to me just for remembering it. What am I doing? This is all because of that weird bun head. And rhyme. Is it really worth hyping up and becoming addicted to it? I slowly sit up while remembering the game, like space I was sent to, and I only feel worse. I guess the medicine hasn't kicked in yet because the headache isn't going away. I'll have to try something else. I take the headphones I threw together with my jacket and put them on. I select my favorite music from my coil and close my eyes, leaving my body to the flowing music. Whenever I'm restless or feeling unwell for whatever reason, this method always helps me get relaxed again. Yeah, shut out the world. It's a good practice. I become immersed in the world of me and music. The rhythm and tempo of the music, my own breathing and heartbeat, they tune together little by little, melting and eventually becoming one surging wave. The whirlpool of melody wraps around my body and strokes it softly. The sound permeates my skin, mingles with my blood, and flows throughout me. Lights of all colors dance in my head like a soft film. It feels pleasant, and I slowly calm down. It was like telling myself that only I was allowed here, that this is a place for me, and I felt peaceful. The discord of headache and the noise of my body becomes distant, and only the quiet sound of my own breathing leaves me. Like being pushed into a wave that spread to all parts of my body, a faint breath escaped from my lips time and again. So comfortable. I feel like I'm sinking more deeply than usual today. Pain and such had all gone off somewhere. If I fall asleep like this, all that's left is to wait for a calm waking to come. If I fall asleep like this... A sound? I open my eyes slightly, but with my consciousness blurry, I can't tell what it is for sure. Well, whatever. I give up on thinking straight and close my eyes again. This place, I've seen it before. I know it well. I sit on a sandy beach and talk with a certain person. I treasure what he says as if the words themselves shine. What did he say again? I can't remember. What he said was important. Ouch. Something hurts. Feels like something sharp is poking me. Oh, did they get a house invader? Was that the fucking noise? Fuck. Wake up, sleepyhead. Hey, come on. Ow. I'm telling you to wake up. I'll hit you, baka. It hurts. I jump up in defiance of my persistent attacker, and the thing poking my face falls down. I reflexively grab it with both hands. Oh. Oh, it's Benny. Ah, let go of me. How can you treat a guest this way, Alba? Benny flaps his wings in my hand and gives me a sharp glare. Does this mean Kojaku's here? Well, shucks, isn't that obvious? Let me go, Alba. I stand up from the bed with the shouting Benny in my hand. Huh? Where's Ren? I look for him and see him lying in the corner of the bed in sleep mode. Oh yeah, he said some data was damaged. I have to do some maintenance on him later. But I want to eat something first. I feel a lot better because I slept for a while. The headache's gone now too. There's some pain in my joints, but... okay. When I step out of the room, a delicious smell drifts in from downstairs. Granny's back. She started cooking a meal. When I look at my coil, I see that it's already time for dinner. Is it already this late? You almost didn't wake up, and I got angry. Do you finally get it now? Ignoring Benny's complaints, I head down the stairs and look at the kitchen. Kojaku sits at the dining table, and the room is filled with an appetizing smell. Granny is standing in the kitchen nearby. When Kojaku sees me, he grins. Howdy, Alba. Morning there. Morning. You're looking super fly as usual, I see. No thanks to you. A yawn leaks out against my well. Here. I shoot Benny, who I was still holding from earlier, at Kojaku. Kojaku catches him skillfully. I even went to the trouble of waking you up, and you still treat me badly. Don't look down on me, Alba. Direct your complaints at your master. Doesn't he make you run his errands for him? Shucks, can't help it. You're a real grump when you've just woken up, Alba. That's not true. Alba, if you're up, help a little. The meal's ready, so get chopsticks and tea, dammit. Okay. Granny's yelling forces me to hurry to the shelf. Kojaku listens in and laughs cheerfully. No matter how many times I visit, you never change, Tae-san. I feel relieved just hearing your nasally voice. I dare you to be yelled at every day. It's shitty. When I shrug my shoulders while putting the chopsticks on the table, Kojaku laughs even more happily. I pour tea into the 3 teacups as Granny arranges the plates containing the freshly made dishes on the table. All the preparations for dinner are complete, and I sit at the table with everyone. Thank you for the food. Today's dinner is fish boiled with salt, stir-fried konbu, and pork. I try the pork and find myself instantly impressed. Delicious. A meal after you've slept away your exhaustion is wonderful. Really wonderful. As I realize this, Kojaku watches Granny with a smile while chewing. Shucks, Tae-san. It's really quite good. It's no surprise, though, seeing as Tae-san's cooking is absolutely the best. How can you say that when you decide to come over out of the blue? Didn't I tell Alba I was coming? The blame is suddenly directed towards me, and Kojaku stares at me. Didn't you say you'd come in the near future? And you kept sleeping like a log. You wouldn't get up no matter how many times you were called. Well, I guess that's true. But I'm really thankful that you made a proper meal like this. Don't misunderstand. There was some food that was going to expire soon, so this was a good chance to use them now. That's why I love you, Tae-san. Just shut up. Granny snorts roughly and stuffs her mouth with kombu. Kojaku watches her with a smile. For some reason, Granny seems to really like Kojaku. Kojaku came to this island with his mom, but it was actually more common for him to be alone. That's why he often hangs out with me and comes over to my house. Of course, he eats lots of Granny's homemade cooking, too. If I know Granny, she's definitely thinking that she has a second grandchild now. Are you staying for the night, Kojaku? Granny asks this while raising her eyebrows. Kojaku stops his hand that was stuffing food into his mouth and nods without hesitation. Well, that's what I had in mind anyway. Really? Would it kill you to have some shame? Well, it's the same as always, but I have to work, so even if you're sleeping, I'll slap you awake. But isn't it the opposite, Alba? I've always woken you up so gently, even though you won't almost wake up at all. Ain't that right? You guys... After showing an irritatingly nice smile, Kojaku begins to eat his meal from the bowl again. Then we exchange silly conversations between the three of us, and through our lovely dinner, time passed. Phew. I take a shower after the meal and cover my half-wet hair with a towel on my shoulders, and proceed to the living room. I peep inside to see Granny watching TV while drinking tea. Kojaku isn't there. Hey, where's Kojaku? He went upstairs. He's probably in your room. I see. Ah, by the way, Granny. What? Whenever I have a headache, I take my medicine like normal. But lately it's not as effective as it used to be. Granny, who was watching TV the whole time, turns towards me now. Granny told me to report anything regarding the headaches, no matter what it is. It hasn't worked at all? Not like that. But it feels like it's not as effective as before. Is that so? Well, then let's try changing the formula a bit. Thanks, I'm counting on you. When I bow deeply, Granny snorts and returns to the TV. Well then, apparently Kojaku is in my room. I leave the living room and go upstairs. Multiple places in my body throb in pain even when lifting only my foot. Ow, ow. Though there are no visible cuts or bruises, the very core of my body possesses a dull ache. Is it because I took damage in rhyme? Even though that fighting happened in my head, it still hurts pretty bad. When I fought with that weird Bun head, Ren said that there was control over the damage level. Is that even possible? I endure the pain, make my way up the stairs, and go into my room. Huh? Kojaku's not here. Neither is Ren. I thought that was the case at first, but then I found the door leading to the veranda slightly open. When I look out at the veranda, I see Kojaku leaning on the handrail. He looks down at the nightlife with a calm expression. Oh, look at those two. They're so cute. They're like sleeping in his arms. He holds a thin cigarette between his fingers while white smoke escapes from his slightly narrowed lips. Kojaku would never smoke in my room. For some reason, he would only ever do it on the veranda. Because he has manners? I don't know. That might be why. He doesn't smoke in front of girls or during work, or even when he's at a bar. He only smokes here. Oh, really? Only on your veranda. I don't know the reason, but maybe he feels like he can actually relax here. Kojaku would never show such a dim expression outside. He's always confidently smiling. That's how he presents himself. He seems like he's usually having fun with women, but I wonder if that itself is unexpectedly exhausting. Kojaku's hand carries the cigarette to his lips. In the dark, his fingers look extremely long and beautiful. He does hair every day, so he should be skillful with his fingers. They look bony and masculine. It's strange that I find them beautiful. Kojaku holds Ren, who has Benny on his head. Both of them seem to be in sleep mode. I'm afraid that they'll fall off the handrail, but I trust Kojaku to hold on to them. I pick up the ashtray in my room and open the door to the veranda. Kojaku's absent-minded eyes catch me, and a loose smile appears on his mouth. Howdy. Finished with your bath? I thought you were in the living room. Huh. I felt like having a little of this. Kojaku lightly raises the hand holding a cigarette. You really like it here, don't you? Really? Maybe. Even though you can't see anything? I suppose. But does it really matter if you can see anything or not? Does it? I don't really get you sometimes. Kojaku exhales and laughs unexpectedly. Here. I hold out the ashtray and he puts the shortened cigarette into it. I lower it next to my feet and lean on the handrail next to him. Ah. As soon as Kojaku sees me next to him, he frowns. Alba, not again. Your hair? I keep saying you have to dry it a little better. Kojaku reaches out towards me. Is he going to touch my hair? I flinch back reflectively. But instead of catching my hair, he grabs my nose. Really? With the line of work I'm in, I can't help but care about your hair, Alba. Stop it. When I shake my head to escape, Kojaku smiles happily. Huh. Your hair has grown a lot. Are you still cutting it on your own every once in a while? A little, yeah. I don't want to have to see a professional. Doing it myself is enough. Well then, it's not that bad. Everything seems to be in the right place. Oh, really? Yeah. Kojaku-san complimented me. I'm so totally happy. Why the sarcastic tone? Oh, I was just imitating your fans. Oh, you. Kojaku chuckles. I won't let anyone snip my hair for a reason. Ever since I was born, there's been a sense of feeling in my hair. Really? That's why cutting my hair with scissors hurts, so I don't do it. Although below the shoulder, the feeling becomes blunt, so I can snip there somehow. Ever since I was a kid, I was teased that I looked like a girl because of it. Since I could also feel when it was being touched, they would pull on my hair as a joke. It was hell. I wonder if he has, like, computer junk in his hair or something. Like, I mean, it is a sci-fi setting, so maybe he'll end up being able to, like, do something with electronics with it. Or I don't know, I have no idea. They bullied me because they thought it was funny, but when they did, Kojaku always saved me. Though it seems Kojaku thought I was a girl in the beginning. When he found out I was a boy, he was considerably surprised. But Kojaku's attitude didn't change after that, and I was pretty happy about it. Well, you have such beautiful hair, Alba, so you have to take good care of it. I've always thought so, but you say that so often and so easily. That hasn't changed about you from the old days at all. Well, I only say it because I mean it. And you used to be so bashfully happy when I complimented you. Kojaku makes an overly dramatic glance off into the distance, and I throw him another glare. That's when I was a kid. I don't remember that. I wipe my wet hair and a blunt pain runs all the way down to my shoulders. Ow. This pain. Is it still from what happened in Rhyme? What's the matter? No, it's nothing. Well, it doesn't look like nothing. Come to think of it, you looked pretty tired a while ago, too. What is it, Alba? No need to go putting up a front. It's not like that. What should I do? Should I tell Kojaku about Rhyme? A little bit of hesitation pops up. In these kinds of situations, Kojaku has a strangely sharp sense of intuition. He's already watching me with doubtful eyes. Even if I try to lie now, he won't buy it. Well, about today, I had a strange experience. Well, how should I say this? Like I was pulled into Rhyme. Pulled into Rhyme? It happened so suddenly. I was on a delivery, and before I knew it, I was standing on a Rhyme field. You're not talking about a dream, right? No. So, in other words... Wait, is that even possible? I didn't really get it either, but it was close to your territory. That narrow alley there. I haven't heard anything like that before. And there were some other strange things too. Usui wasn't there either. That is strange. It's responsible for holding Rhyme games, right? That strange device appears with it and all. Isn't it? And I tell Kojaku about the rabbit head. I also include the fact that he knew my name. After earnestly listening to my story, Kojaku groans. What he did to you, wasn't it like a drive-by? A drive-by? Well, I've only heard this from my teammates, and I don't know the details, but there seem to be guys who are able to set up a Rhyme game without Usui. And because their Rhyme games don't have rules or limits, there seem to be cases where the pulled-in opponents are left half dead. Then, was my opponent one of those drive-byers too? There's that possibility. However, it makes me sick. What does? Well, I'm relieved that you managed to escape this time, Alba. But what happens if you get pulled in again? Wouldn't that be extremely dangerous? But I haven't even done rhyme, so why did he mistake me for someone else? There's also the possibility that he didn't care who it challenged. Or it might have been someone who held a huge grudge against you. No way, I'm not you. Huh, how cruel. But he knew your name, yes? Well, that's right. Kojaku? Kojaku keeps silent with a troubled face. After a while, I hear a small sigh. Sorry, Alba. Think I'll just go home for today. I remembered something I had to do. Oh? Okay. I see. Kojaku pushes off from the handrail and stands in front of me. Are you really okay? Yeah. Alright, I believe you. Then, if something happens, tell me right away. I know. Good. Kojaku smiles at our agreement and gently hands Ren over to me. He then picks up Benny, who is resting on Ren's head, and puts him in his pocket. Alright. See you, Alba. Good night. Yeah. Kojaku raises his hand in farewell and leaves the room. I shut the door leading to the veranda and return to the room. I lower Ren to the bed and lay down next to him. Rhyme, huh? Did I encounter a drive-byer after all? When it happened, Ren appeared in his online mode form. He also fought according to my instructions. Something set. What was it? During the rhyme, my mouth moved on its own like somebody had taken over my body. What was that? But that feeling, I feel like I know it. I don't know why I think so, but it's like it resembled a feeling that I have when I invite customers to the store. That feeling when I know what to say to make the other do what I want. Have drive-buyers always appeared so frequently? We need to do a little research. Although I don't want to get involved too deeply. A message. The latest Allmate models, huh? It was a direct message. New Allmates appeared one after another. I briefly look over the contents, then close the coil screen. I've always been so attached to things that I never want to give them up. But not everyone else is like that. That's right, I have to check Ren's condition. I'm worried about the damage he took in rhyme. I get up and reseat myself on the bed, put the blue lump on my knees, and start him up. Alba! Good morning. Good morning. I'll examine you a bit now. Because Ren is an old model, restoration would be trouble if full-scale malfunction appeared. He has to be frequently maintained and checked. I hold a long cable starting from the desktop computer and push aside Ren's neck fur to connect the cable to the port. Okay. Kinda looks like a modern BIOS screen. I start up a touch browser with the coil, and the interface that supervises Ren's engine is displayed. Maybe the reaction speed of the reflections decreased a bit. I grab a toolbox that I'd thrown on floor, remove the lid, take out a 10cm square screwdriver, and push aside Ren's fur again. Although Allmates can fundamentally be fixed through the touch browser's control panel, Ren is an old model, and I need to look inside of him too. I take a stock of new chips out of the toolbox and use tweezers to replace Ren's old chip with a new one. This should be enough. I close the lid and control panel, remove the cable, and lift Ren into my arms. How is it? Any place you're not feeling well? There is some sense of incongruity. However, it's within the allowable range. I see. Well, I only changed the chip. Tell me right away if any malfunctions appear. Understood. Aww. I stroke Ren's back as he answers me, and I place my forehead to his tiny one. I forget how long it's been since we started to do this, but I make sure to do this every time I do maintenance on Ren. It's like a charm. Thank you, as always. The pleasure's mine. I'll count on you in the future too, yeah? The pleasure's mine. You always answer like that. Is it strange? No, not at all. I think it suits you, so it's good.
I wonder if I should thank you for that remark.
You should. I was complimenting you.
Thank you.
The pleasure's mine. I put our foreheads together one more time and lower Ren to the bed. Ren is always the same. No matter what, he'll be by my side. After that, I place my tools in order and leisurely spend time talking with Ren about everything.